Michael, we may have seen a bottoming out or maybe the start of a nascent recovery when it comes to oil and the energy sector with the curbs taking place as of Friday and, of course, watching this recovery in places like China and around the rest of the world as we start to reopen. But is that really just a good time to sell out, to close out your positions when it comes to anything energy related?
I do believe energy was the best performing sector in the marketplace in the month of April, and I don't see a rationale for that, quite frankly. I actually believe that even if we saw energy prices and oil prices return back to $40, $50, $60 a barrel, I'm not really sure that will save the energy sector long term, and I'll explain why. Elon Musk taught us over the last 5 or 6 years that electric car ownership is something we got to experience, and we liked it. And what COVID-19 and the quarantine has showed us is what the world would be like without the smog and pollution caused by internal combustion automobiles. And we like that too. From Tokyo, you can see Mount Fuji for the first time in how long? You can see the hills in Beverly Hills. You can, San Francisco, all around the world, people are seeing the dramatic impact that daily commute in an internal combustion automobile has meant to quality of life. This is a complete, prediction on my part, and it could be wrong, but I believe starting in California and probably moving around the world, there will be increasing restrictions on the use of internal combustion automobiles in inner cities. There'll be more restrictions on when you can commute in with your internal combustion automobile. Cities will fight to preserve what they have seen in terms of their environmental impact of not having internal combustion engines. And that's a huge source of energy demand. This is a 5-10 year trend. This is something that obviously for the next year or two will have almost no impact on the demand for oil. But when investors see the writing on the wall, they run for the exits, and after a 30% rally, I personally would hit the bid.
And what about the fact that the Trump administration seems determined to save the oil industry here? Not to mention that you have the Fed now backstopping high-yield corporate debt. So how much support will all of those measures really supply this industry?
I do think that the Fed in particular can prevent the kind of default cycle that we would otherwise see in the energy patch. But President Trump has got to get any kind of bailout for the energy sector through the House of Representatives. And the Democratic Party has not proven to be very friendly to the energy space. And I think there could be a sense, remember, there is going to be, particularly on those blue coasts, the East and the West Coast, they're seeing what life without a daily commute would be like. And they like it. And I think there will be a tremendous fight to oppose any kind of massive bailout of the energy space. And by the way, that's also one of the reasons why I'm worried about volatility in this coming month. The energy sector is critically important to American manufacturing. It is a source of a lot of high-paying jobs. Any contraction in that sector is going to hurt, and it's going to hurt economic prospects, and there will be no replacement for those jobs in the near term.